Hey, what's up, guys? Tree Squid here, making a video today explaining the debuff dispels that priests have to do as we go through Molten Core. All right, this is at least for sure how I want Team Potato to be looking at it, but whoever else, right? And I think these are general practices that should apply to anyone doing Molten Core. Before we get into that, though, I'm going to show you guys my UI settings real quick. This is the settings that create what we're going to see later in the video. All this stuff works really well for me. Helps me see clearly. Okay. And what else? And get decursive too. All right. Decursive, beautiful. Beautiful. Little grid up here. Highlights when you have something to dispel. You just left click on it and it works. All right. And that's like the default setting. You don't have to change it at all. Okay. So that's UI stuff. And then getting into the curses and stuff. Also, before I start too, bear in mind that if you're healing one of the two main tanks, right? If your main heal assignment is, in this case, Stupid or Gouda, right? These are the two guys that are going to be taking the damage as we clear through most of this trash. If you're healing one of them, feel free to just focus on healing them, right? Don't let the main tanks die to get a freaking dispel off. Okay, not worth it. All right. So in this case, like Atheist and Tiz, keep the tanks alive. All right. Don't worry about all this dispelling stuff. But in this case, myself, Tree Squid, Verta, and Expiry don't have one of the two main tanks. We do have tanks, but they're not a big concern for the trash usually, right? So what else? Yeah, so that's a little quick explanation of how I break down the assignments. Soulburn. All right, Soulburn. First spell. This bad boy. All right, silences and does damage. All right, it's a big problem when it hits healers like Eek healer. Got to get it off him quick. Yeah, but it's a big problem on everyone, right? Does damage, silences, big pain in the ass, big priority. Everyone help get that off. All right, Ancient Dread is next. That's at 952. 952. All right, Ancient Dread. What Ancient Dread does is reduce casting speed by 50% and time between attacks by 100%. All right, huge pain in the ass. I guess get it off tanks so they can do their damage to keep aggro. Get it off healers so they can heal the tanks and everyone can stay alive. Sorry, I never seem to get you Eek. I know, but yeah. So priests, I mean, take it off yourself, right? But then freaking shamans and druids, don't forget they heal too. All right, they deserve to be dispelled as well. All right. But it's a huge pain in the ass for everyone. All right, DPS, right, cuts everyone's damage in half basically, all the speeds. So get it off everyone. All right. Next big thing is Lucifron at 20 minutes. So for this, he does Dominate Mind, which, right, it's mind control. If you're a genius and your IQ is over 200, you can switch to Dispel rank 1 and not remove friendly buffs when you Dispel, because Dispel rank 2 does the Dominate Mind and a buff. So yeah, so big brains, you can switch. Small brains, still Dispel, right? If you're in the fight and you don't have access to Dispel rank 1 because you forgot, just Dispel anyway. All right, whatever. It's one buff. It's not gonna kill anyone. All right. Okay, yeah. So that's the bit on freaking Dominate Minds. Impending Doom. All right, Impending Doom. This one will kill everyone if not addressed. All right, this does after whatever 10, 15 seconds, whatever it is. It blows up if it's still on people and does like 2k damage. All right, this left unchecked will kill everyone. How we're gonna deal with it moving forward in Team Potato is Dispel based on your buff assignments. Okay, so right, your buff assignment for group 1 and 2, you use your brain, you decide, okay, I'm gonna get the debuff on my tanks and then my healers and then the damage in my group. Okay, and then like let's say your buff assignment was 5 and 6. Get it off all your healers and get it off your damage. All right, and then whatever. And I usually split it up. Like if we have 4 healing priests, I usually do like 1 and 2 atheists, 3 and 4 Tiz, 5 and 6 myself, 7 and 8 Verta, and then Expiry can buff Fort whenever he wants. He doesn't have Spirit, so it's just, I don't know, it's easier to set up like that. But also Expiry for free, or the Shadow Priest, right? Whatever Shadow Priest, if you have one, feel free to help with whatever. Like I might ask, because Atheist is main healing stupid, and we'll talk about this before the fight starts, but maybe I'll have Expiry take over group 2 over from Atheist so that she can focus on healing the tanks more, right? Because she has big responsibilities, right? And then whatever, and then Tiz is on 3 and 4, so maybe Expiry can help with 2 and 4, right? So that the people healing the main tanks can frickin' focus on the main tanks and keep them alive, because they have to do straight up heals. They can't. If everyone stops healing while the frickin' thing's counting down, the tanks will die, and that's happened to us before. So let's avoid that. So generally, Dispel with buff assignments, okay? And then besides that, we can talk about it more. What is next? Cauterizing Flames is at 33.45, 33.45. Okay. Cauterizing Flames reduces resistance to fire by 200, right? This one is not the end of the world. Take it off your tanks first. They usually are the only people who actually bring in fire resistance, right? Get it off your tanks. They're actually going to be taking fire damage. Then just get it off of everyone else, all right? Because you don't want cluttered things everywhere, okay? It's better just get rid of them if you can. What is next? Withering Heat, 52 something, 52. 5204. 5204. Okay, this one reduces the health by 35%. I think I saw it there. Yeah. So this is big to get off tanks, healers, and then probably melee after that, right? Because they take like the AoE damage from the stomps and stuff, and then everyone else. But this one's important to get off of everyone. So myself in this situation would be myself, Verta, and Expiry should be spending a lot of mana getting rid of this stuff. Like, right? It's this is a good example right there. Like, people are gonna be dying, right? So keep them alive. You gotta find a balance. Use your brain, guys. Keep people alive and dispel. Keep people alive, dispel. Right? There's a balance there. Okay. You gotta find it. What else we got? Insights. Insight Flames? Is that what that says? 104 or something. Oh yeah, okay. This is the other fire resistance reducer, right? This alone generally won't kill anyone, right? So this is not this. It won't kill anyone by itself, right? It doesn't do any damage. just removes resistances, and a lot of us hardly have any resistance anyway, so it doesn't really do anything. But it does, so it can kill us by cluttering up our UI, right? So if you have one of these frickin' Insight Flames on you, and someone with Insight Flames gets a frickin' the silence one, whatever the hell it's called, and it goes unnoticed, right? That can fuck everyone over. So, like, clear all this stuff out as much as possible so you can see your user interface. All right. So that one's not that big a deal. And then Baron at 106 coming up in 1 second. And the big one here is Ignite Mana. All right, so Ignite Mana does what its name implies. It ignites mana. It burns mana. It does damage, and it drains people's mana. Both of those things are unacceptable. Get this off of healers first, right? Healers, and then anyone with mana. Healers, anyone with mana. Healers, and then anyone with mana. And then it doesn't, so tell me if I'm wrong on this one, but I'm like pretty sure it doesn't do anything if you don't have mana. So don't sweat rogues, don't sweat warriors. Yeah. And then what else? So this is an example of why I like being able to see the energy bars or mana bars on my raid UI. So like I can prioritize people who actually have mana, right? If you have no mana and you have the mana burn, and then someone else has a bunch of mana, I'm going to prioritize this person with more mana, right? All right, but that's it. I think that's all the debuffs that I care to explain. Everything else I think we have handled pretty well. And I think those are the big ones anyway. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Feel free to message me. Tree Squid, I'll be on all the time. I have no life. If you want to talk about anything you want to add or whatever, right? We can. If there's something wrong with my plan, let me know. If you didn't understand anything, let me know. I don't. I hope I was clear, but you never know. It kind of just feels like rambling when you're talking to yourself like this. Okay. Thanks for watching. Later, guys.